What is going on, guys? I didn't realize it stopped the countdown. What's going on? How is it going? Happy Thursday, everybody, boys and girls, one and all. We are here tonight. Man, it has been a crazy couple of days. Man, glad to have you guys here. Let's see here. We're going to wait for everybody to file on in here. Let's see here. We got Ken Sprouse was the second man in here. I beat everybody to it. But it's good to have you guys in here. And Craig Bevan, what's going on? Med Scott is the fourth man in the house. Ken Sprouse Jr., what's going on? Ken Sprouse, I appreciate the airplane. Jeff went to a fly-in up there in Virginia. I couldn't make it out there, and he brought me back a plane, man. So super stoked about that. And let's see here. Victor RC Jets, what's going on? Victor said he's the last one in here. But Ken Sprouse, very good to have you guys in here. So let's see that. Let's see. I was just reading in here. It looks like Met Scott says his dog passed away. Man, I hate to hear that, dude. That is absolutely terrible. What's going on, Snow River? As you guys are filing into the room, everything is good. It's Thursday, man. We're going to hit this ground running. Oh, man, we've got some good things to talk about here. And Seth Greenberg, what's going on? He says he just bought the Tiger Meat 2000, LA Mirage at Motion. I'll use be the Alpha King for sure. Oh, well, easy enough, man. But I think that'll be pretty cool. Let's see here. Jetman, what's going on? Charles McDaniel, Lyndon Stewart, what's going on? What's up, Jeff?
What's up,
Lionel
homie?
Randall's in the mix. Let's see here. We got Michael Fox, RC Jets, Andy G, what's going on? Let's see. Snow River RC said, Bobby, getting the B2 packed up to sell? Actually, no, man. I'm actually going to try to fly it. I'm going to put it up. I got tired of looking at it. And so I'm putting the gear back on it in this original configuration that I took it off. And I flew it with 4000s. I'm trying to fly it with some 3000s and see what the heck happens. But it'll be neat to see how that goes out. Let's see here. Guys, the channel is getting close. Jeff, we're scaring the heck out of almost 10,000 subscribers, dude. It's pretty good.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, man. Right now we're sitting at 9,439. Let's see here. Let's see. You said I'm talking through the camera and not the text, the headset.
Not the headset, yeah.
Yeah, I went and changed some of the settings. Let's fix that real quick. Appreciate the heads up on that. Yep, I see it. I don't know why it does that. You know, when we changed it when we were doing the Zoom meeting?
Yeah.
It like just changed all that. There it is. How's that?
There. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
I appreciate
Look,
that.
how about you got Ken Sprouse and Med Scott? So I had the privilege of meeting Med Scott last weekend, man.
How was he, man?
Guy's all right, man. He's a cool cat. He's a cool cat.
He said he's all right.
Hey, man, he drives a hard bargain, though, you know.
What did he do, man? What was a hard bargain?
I picked up that A10 from him, man.
That's right.
I had to do it. I couldn't let it just. He sat there on the grass behind his trailer, and I was just like, man, you know, it's one of them things. Just call your name, Bobby. Well, it called my name.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice bird too. You know, it's a really nice bird, Jeff.
We hung out with Ken Sprouse at Tidewater's Fly-In, man. It was a good time.
Really, Jeff. I was going through a couple of things. I was going and running through, seeing if any new planes came out or anything like that, and nothing new. This Thursday. No, I didn't see anything new.
Nothing new.
So it's pretty interesting. I had a good friend of mine come by the house today, and we were talking about Horizon Hobby. And he was like, man, what's the deal with them discontinuing all their airplanes? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I said, look, it appears like they're struggling based off of the pre-orders, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look good. It has all the bad signs of that business may not be as good as it looks. This is outside looking in, but I remember Tower Hobbies back in the day. And it had some of these symptoms that they've got going on. So it'll be very interesting. You know, I think they're trying to put out too many airplanes like so quick, you know. Let's see here.
Everybody asking it was the I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, wow.
It was the Free Wing A10 80 millimeter. So turn one. Hey, turn one. How did the flying in Monroe or Marion or wherever go over the weekend? Big Darcy says hopefully it hits 1,000. You mean 10,000? We'll hit 10,000 before you know it.
Yeah. I mean, we're scaring the heck out of it. It's just it's one of those things, man. It's like slow going. You got to roll. You just got to get there when you get there. It's been a long ride, I can tell you that.
It's pretty cool, man. I went to a restaurant to eat the other day, and this little kid was in there. His mom was working, and I guess he didn't have school, so he was sitting there in a restaurant with him, and he was watching YouTube. And I said, "Hey, man," I said, "I take you like to watch YouTube." And he was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, do you like RC planes?" And he says, "Yeah, they're cool." So I showed him our channel, man. And he was like, "Oh man, you're famous." And I was like, "No, dude, we're just having a good time flying airplanes."
I know, man.
He was probably 11 or 12. It was pretty neat. What's up, Wild Child?
What's up, Wild Child? I know I tell people that like at work, and they're like, "Oh man, you guys are famous." I'm like, "Nah, dude, we're just two regular dudes out here having fun." You know, not, and that's not even the whole point to get famous. We're just having fun.
Exactly.
And meeting a whole bunch of cool dudes along the way. So, like right now we're looking at 9,439 total subscribers, man. We've been churning them out pretty good. So it's been pretty neat, and I don't work towards the subscribers, man. I just kind of do what we do and we pick them up as they go on. Let's see. Gary says Gary Gasser says seems to me everything is out of stock or on back order. But get this, Jeff, get this. It's been over a year. And I get a notification. No, dude, no. I get a notification that the Futura V3 fuselage is in stock. And I'm like, dude, it's been well over a year, right?
Oh, the V2 that we crashed.
The V2, yeah, it just came in stock. And I'm like, and I was looking at the fuse, and it's like $110. And I'm like,
I'll pass.
Exactly. I was like, why would I buy that when I've got the V3, and the V3 is a monster, But, Ken Sprouse says you should have given him your signature, man.
I ain't no signature, man. Just watch us on YouTube, man. That means
that's it. Hey, Jeff, but we do got some cool plans lined up for 2023 for you guys. And when we get there, we'll let you know. I think it's, every year we try to set a waypoint. And, we try to get there. We set goals and try to make them, very small goals. But I think 2023 we're going to crank it up a notch and do a lot better. So,
hey, I know you're always looking at buying new airplanes, Bobby, right?
Right.
I have found one for you. Let me show you.
You ready for this? What'd you find?
I have found one. It's got your name all over it.
What's up,
and the price is even reduced. Look at this. What is it? Look at this right there,
dude.
$499.
I am good there, Jeff. Man, I was actually excited. I thought you really had a cool airplane that you were going to show me. And then you showed me that.
for bind and fly.
Nah, dude, I'm good. How much was that thing selling when it first came out? Like $699?
$629. I think it was $599 at first, and then they upped it to $629.
Oh, it's a pre Black Friday sale though, Jeff.
Yeah, but look, how about this? They've got they're trying to sell us timber for $223.99. What an odd price! Like,
yeah, how'd you come up with that?
Yeah, why not like $224 or $225?
Just $220.99. You know what I mean? like, what are we doing? What are we doing with the prices?
Does that mean that there's a new Timber X in the making? Like how they did the top hatch on the Evolution?
I mean, Jeff, I don't know why you would even buy that thing when you got that little micro timber that's just as cool. The Timber X, a little micro Timber X, like, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I will say this.
We took 3 kids at our flying field that have never flown before and had them flying the Apprentice. Yeah, I was there, I thought, Chris.
Man, that Apprentice is an awesome trainer, dude. That's a great flying plane. Is it me, or do some of you guys just don't want to like bring any fast movers out there and you just want to fly something super easy like a trainer plane. I get like that, Jeff. Like sometimes I just want an easy day, man. No stress, no nothing. I just want to go out there and I want to fly. I don't want to have any problems. I get like that, man. In my old age, I reckon.
Josh Bun says decimals in the wrong spot, Jeff. Should be 499.
I saw that, dude. I was busting out laughing at that. You're right about that, Josh. I'm serious. That airplane was the biggest letdown of the year for me. Jetman says, "Hey, Bobby, what do you think about the T-45? I'm thinking of getting it. I'm telling you this. T-45 is a good flying plane. Yeah, man. As far as the appearance goes and the detail, I mean, Jeff, you thought it was awesome, right? I did too.
Yeah, especially when we flew that Carbon ZT-28 together, man. That was a good time. Same scheme.
That was, dude. Yeah. I haven't even put the video up on that. Oh, yeah. That's because I didn't get the video of it. Somebody else got it. Okay. Ooh. Didn't your better half video that?
I thought TJ did it because
I don't know.
It was just
I'll
me.
Go back. I'll go back and look. Yeah, somebody had to. Yeah, I think you're right. I'll go back and look. I got it plugged up right here. I'm wondering.
Yeah, Lyndon Stewart. That is the Beechcraft 1.5 meter on the screensaver.
It sure is, man. And that airplane has been well received. It's been it's actually been selling really, really well. And you know why? It's because it's different and it's cool. It flies really good. It flies really good. Me and Jeff are kind of like, wow, that's surprising how good it flew. It takes right on off too. The tail pops up and it just does its thing. But the T-45, I mean, look, that was like the last of the free wing jets that I actually wanted to get. It's a great plane, man. So if you're on the fence about it, I'd get it. I'd pull the trigger on it.
This is a great plane.
What's that?
Where's TJ at?
A Scout Wing. I can't wait to talk about TJ stuff. Look, I sent TJ a link. I sent him a link, Jeff, to see if he'll come in and talk about what happened. But you know what?
TJ, look, that
you know what, Jeff? Let's just
that 80 millimeter bay, Bobby. That 80 millimeter Bayhawk is impressive.
That 80 millimeter Bayhawk, we put it up against the we put it up the F-16, the brand new Thunderbirds, 80 millimeter, and put it against the MiG-17 90 mil. And let me tell you guys, that FMS Bayhawk is a rocket, man. It's a rocket. It's fast. It smoked most of those airplanes. And I want to say, Jeff, I feel like it was like almost neck and neck, almost smoked the MiG-17. And the MiG-17 from Banana Hobby, guys, that's what I'm talking about, the blue one. I actually upgraded the power system in it to a Viper 90 power system. And it was just, I mean, it didn't leave the Bayhawk at all. That 80 was keeping up. Very impressive.
That Bayhawk was cooking. TJ was giving me grief about that. He thought that 64 millimeter 810 was going to keep up with that Bayhawk. Man, it ain't happening.
I know. I was like, what was he thinking?
He just got the turn before I did. That's all it was.
Dude, did you notice he kept cutting in? I saw him. I wasn't going to say nothing there. I wasn't going to say anything. I don't want to talk about the man while he's not here, but I'll talk about the man while he's not here. Jeff.
Have you ever lost a plane? Like, I've lost plenty of planes. But have I ever lost a plane to where I couldn't see it? Oh, wait. I take that back. You remember when we did the E-Flight Extra 300, went straight up, come straight down. It went down behind the trees here and popped up over here.
Yes, I do.
That's the first time I've ever lost a plane and actually got it back somehow.
Yeah, that was crazy. But me and Jeff,
Sunday night.
Yeah, me and Jeff saw that on Sunday. It was like it was dark and it was like right before the sun set. Like there was no twilight, no light at all. And TJ was like, I'm going up. And I was like, all right, go ahead. He's like, you think I should? And I'm like,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I was like, you got a light on that thing? Well, listen, guys, he took off and something happened. He flew off and flew away, and you could not see the light on his landing gear. And he dropped the gear so he could see it. And we completely lost visual sight of it. I could hear it. Jeff, you could hear it, and he could hear a little bit of it. But Jeff, it got probably about what, a good mile and a half out.
It was a ways, guys.
It was a ways. And somehow, some way, I saw this little tiny black speck. And I was like, TJ, I hear it. And he was like, where? And I'm like, man, I said, I can't tell you. I can't take my eyes off of it. I said, but I can see it. I can see it. I was like, come to your right. And so literally we got it close enough to where we could see it. And then the light came on and we could see the light. And it was pitch black, Jeff. Like, I don't know how he landed that.
It was a.
I don't know how he did
landing. It was a landing.
It was not a good landing. Let's just go ahead and call a spade, guys. It was a crash landing because it was almost out of power. Like, I thought we were never going to see it. Now, he was flying the Freewing F-22 90 mil. And man, I don't know how he got that thing down, Jeff. I just do not know.
Yeah, I don't either.
But he got it down. He pretty much crash landed it and got it back in. It was the most craziest thing ever. I'm like, I don't have luck like that. It's just nuts.
Rightska wants to know, did any of you ever have the Hanger 9 90-inch carbon cub? Didn't you have 2 of them?
I have. Yeah. Yes, I have.
But it wasn't the carbon cub. It was the yellow and silver one.
Yeah, I had the yellow and silver one, if that's the one you're talking about. Rightska, it's an awesome flyer, man. I mean, you can't beat it with a stick. It flies good. It just flies.
Bobby's got rid of both of them.
Man, look, Andy G over here, that man comes over here talking, with cash in hand, and I get weak in the knees. So, and I'm not loyal to any of these airplanes. Like, these airplanes know that. So, yeah, they had to go. Yep, he said that's the one. Yeah, man, that thing flies amazing.
Especially because both yours had the Power 60s or Power 90s?
Power 60s on them. Yeah. Beautiful flying plane.
Lights.
And Andy G has it. He's in here, and it flies good. Yeah, it's nice.
Hey, do you remember when I picked up that big extra 260 at RERC?
I do.
Do you remember I almost bought that Decathlon?
The massive one, yeah. From I know the guy.
I talked to that guy today.
Yeah.
And, when you first opened the program, we were talking about just having a plane where you can take up and just relax.
Yeah, it's easy. It's a big baby.
That thing's got a 138-inch wingspan. It's got a DA100 on it. And I think it's going to come home with me.
Get it, dude. Get it. Has he flown it?
He said he's flown the snot out of it.
Yeah. So I say get it.
I think I've always wanted Decathlon, Bobby. And if I can get rid of the airframe that I'm going to sell, then that'll be the foot the bill for the Decathlon.
Because you wanted that thing at that swap meet. I saw you. Yeah,
I almost bought it that day.
Yeah. And I will say that RDRC swap meet has been consistently good. Like, if you go out there and you have like $1,000 or $2,000 with you, and I know that's a lot of money, but if you have it and you're looking for a big plane, you can do pretty well. Jeff, there's a guy out there selling a Boomerang for like $1,800, and I should have bought it.
Said buy it.
Yeah,
I know you did, Josh.
Jeff,
I was this close. But and look, how about the man? He didn't have all the cash on him. So I ended up giving him my cash, and he shot me PayPal for the rest of it when I could have just bought the plane. Dude.
Yeah. Like, I'm telling you, this hobby has really good people in it, man. There's a very, very small percentage of people who are going to like try to, screw you. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't met too many people that have ever tried to do that. So,
hey, I wanted to show you something, Bobby.
Show me something, Jeff.
Yeah, we had talked about doing the the fly-in at Tidewater.
Yeah.
It was, dude, let me tell you something. That was an awesome event. There was a bunch of people there. So there's a photo album in here. All
right.
Well, a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then, right?
That's true. And he also, well, never mind.
Well, this picture's blurry because I don't know what's up with Ken Sprouse. Ken.
I like Ken.
Look,
he's a good dude.
So you know me. I go and I contribute to the local clubs.
Right.
And boom! Look what happened.
It looks like you won something again.
I won another airplane. But look, my son says he wants to fly. So that right there is ready to fly. Comes with 2 batteries, the charger, the dongle for the software. So he can get back into flying, man. And that's got me super excited.
That's like the I'm ready to fly kit. It's got everything in there. That's awesome, man.
It is.
And it'll be good to see him back at the airfield too, man, and out there, you know.
Just got to get them dues lower on the family members, Bobby.
Hey, we're working on it, aren't we? Now I see why you have the push. I get it. Hey, we're working on it. We'll get it down. We'll work on that. Ken Sprouse says, you guys haven't released a speed trial on the V3 yet. Nope, we didn't even do a speed trial on it yet.
Look at that, Josh. Look, Jeff won 5.
He dang sure did, man.
I won 5 times, guys. But look, I only took 2 prizes.
Man, Scott said them boys out there were looking at him a little different.
They were. I think I might have ruffled a few feathers, but it's all good.
But here's the thing, guys. If you're gonna play, you're gonna play. Like, you know,
play.
If you want to win something, guess what? You got to up your odds. You got to buy tickets. That's the way it works. So, but needless to say, it was going to a great club, a good, event. So that's always good. And look, man, Jeff had to have a talk to me, man. Jeff, after he got back from the flying, he's like, look, Bobby, he's like, hey, man, I'm going to need you to start coming with me to some of these fly-ins. And I'm like, you're right. I do need to start coming. I'm such a homebody, guys.
I had to pull him to the side. I was like,
yeah.
Hey, Bobby, look, man.
Like,
we really got to do both of us at these fly-ins. We can't do just one.
Right. He's right. And I mean, I was like, you're right, Jeff. I was like, you're right, man. And here's the thing. Like, I get in my little bubble and I get comfortable in that. Yeah, I get in that bubble, man. And I'm like, I'm comfortable. So 2023, Jeff, I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna be out there.
Don't get me wrong, Bobby. I don't want to say love. I really like the guys that I see at the normal, at the the everyday fly-ins. The one that I like to go to, Tabor City, Kinston. Like, I see the same faces, which is cool. But when I went to Ken Sprouse Field, like, man, I ain't never seen none of those people but Ken Scott. I mean, Ken Sprouse, and then I met Med Scott there, so it was cool to see different faces and meet new people, and see different aircraft.
And that's you're right on it too. And so, man, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get out there more, man. I got to, and my girls are now getting up of age where I can leave the nest a little bit better. So it's just hard, man, trying to juggle. On the weekends, I pretty much am doing daddy daycare here while the wife's at work, that kind of thing. So, but I'm going to have to employ some babysitters, Jeff. I'm just going to have to we're just going to have to get out.
It's what it is, man.
And then I can camp on the floor. And now that you got a decent trailer, I can camp in that bad boy.
I had a decent trailer at first too now, Bob.
I mean, I'm not saying that you didn't. I'm just saying you got a real trailer right now, sir. Yes. We get up to 4 or 5 people in there.
Oh, easily.
You got an air conditioning unit in there. You've got TV. You've got generators. I mean, heck, all you need is a refrigerator.
I got one of those too.
I mean, but that's the biggest thing. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But to answer Ken Sprouse, though, we haven't done the speed trial yet, man. And I don't know how this weekend's gonna look for us because we got the hurricane rolling through tomorrow, I guess. Maybe it'll be gone by Saturday and Sunday. But
it's gonna be a little rain, man. It ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ain't gonna be nothing. Yeah. But
Turn 1 says they're having another one in the spring, and he's holding us to it to be at his fly-in.
Sweet. I'll be there. I'm serious. I'll be there. I've already laid down the groundwork, so we're good. Rcplanereviewer did the speed trials with the SU-30 70mm twin. It was fast. Cool.
I think he was saying he watched our video.
Yeah. It was doing 105 or something like that. It's a big bird. It was cruising right along. Speaking of big birds, guys, I need your help. Gooniac, I know you're up in here. Some of you big old EDF heads. So look, the JP 105mm fan that I got, the upgrade to put in the L39. You'll notice the L39 is not back behind me.
Let him down, guys.
It let me down. It let me down, dude. And Gooniac was right. He was like, man, that thing's only good for the sound. And
he did say that night too.
And look, remember I told you that I said, and Jeff was in here, and Jeff was over here naysaying. He was like, no, man, I don't care what you say. That JP fan is gonna, it's gonna provide more of this, that, and the other. It's gonna be better.
It's not, sir. It doesn't even put out the thrust of the stock fan. Literally, Jeff was out there recording while I did the maiden flight. I did the first one. Airplane took off all the way at the end of the field, right? And it was okay. And it took off, and once it's up, you know, it's no problem. But that second one, it got up at the very end of our field. And I mean, like, our field's what, 600 feet, our runway?
Yeah.
It was at 600 feet, and I kind of lost sight of it, but it lifted off, and I just chopped the throttle. I was like, nah. And it ripped the landing gear out, and it broke the nose gear out, and it broke the nose off of it. Jeff.
You want to tell everybody what you got charged for a new nose, Bobby?
It was dang near $100, dude.
For a foam nose cone.
Just a foam nose cone. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're the 105s. That's the big boy stuff, man. But I will say it was painted. So, and look, I repaired the other one on there. But I swear, Jeff, I was like, and look, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about because I got a little video. I got the video queued up real quick. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about here. Let me see. Let me just make sure. Yeah, there it is. And Jeff, I was doing this with the hat cam. I don't know where you were, but you weren't there, and I was hat camming it up like old times.
You kicked me to the curb already. I see. I got you.
No, man, you were I think you were at softball. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep, here it is. So check this out. All right. So this is the hat cam, right? So you can kind of see how it takes off, right? Well, there'll be no buffering.
All right, here we go. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
You see that pretty good?
Full throttle.
Yeah.
That's stock fan. Rotates at the very end, right there. And look, Jeff, remember I said the ESC was being weird? It was pulsing right there, the ESC. And I was like, oh, God, I got to land this thing. And then all of a sudden, the power kicked in.
Very strange.
And I was like,
I'm weird.
I bet you were sweating bullets, though, cuz.
Dude, I was sweating the biggest 50 cal bullets you could ever see. They were like 20 mils coming out. I mean, they were big, dude. I was like, look, I just got to get altitude. Let me get altitude. This airplane, you know, it's kind of it's set up like a
what's up? We're going to go ahead and cruise.
The servos are on a separate battery pack.
60% throttle right there.
The 12S just runs the ducted fan.
And it seems to cruise really nice at 60% throttle, guys.
But it flies good, Jeff. I mean, it's cruising around, right?
Lights look great.
Now watch this. Big bird. That's all stock, too. It's got plenty of power.
Coming around.
But this is when things get crazy. So I'm flying it, and the ESC just gives out.
I think those lipos that I got in there are really weak, guys. They are an older one.
Let's see here.
I think they're performing as such. There you go.
I kept doing some full throttle. You know, now look. He told me that it's got a 160 amp ESC in there, right?
So we can see it in the camera. And it's a big bird, so it's easy to see.
That thing pulls some amps, guys. It pulls like 158, 160 right on the nose. So
really smooth.
Let's see. I'm trying to get to where. Yeah, here it is.
We're going to do a high-speed pass, and then we're going to land.
You hear that?
Actually, we're going to land right now.
The ESC just died.
Here we go.
Snow River's got a point. He said that didn't rotate so much.
And the engine just cut off on me, so we don't have much of a choice.
Underneath of it.
We got to land.
Exactly.
Look how smooth that was. Look how smooth that was.
So got it down, man.
We got to land.
The ESC just gave out, dude, in a turn,
Here
man.
We go.
And that's why I normally stay 2-3 mistakes high.
The engine just cut off on me, so we don't have much of a choice. We got to land.
But it lands great.
Look how smooth that was.
It was nice.
Look how smooth that was.
Yeah, Jeff, so sweating bullets is an understatement on that one. But yeah, so I got an ESC on that one. But man, that JP fan, Jeff was recording it too, guys. And it just would not rotate. At the end of the field where it dips off, that's when it starts to fly every single time. Now with the stock fan, it would take off like at the middle of the field, no problem.
That's like the point of no return. Like, do you lift or you just throttle, keep throttling, stay in it?
Exactly. So, yeah, not much of a rotation there, but he says I didn't take any pictures. Oh, no, see something different. But yeah, man. So, yeah, you gotta, you definitely want to pay attention on that one. So, I'm putting the stock fan back in that thing. Somebody was telling me about a HET fan. So if you guys know of any good setup that is more thrusty, let me know. There was a guy I've been talking to on the channel, Jeff, who was saying that open up the vents, the cheater holes in it.
Yeah.
And it'll suck more air and you'll get more thrust. He's like, that thing's putting out like 16, 18 pounds of thrust, and the plane weighs 16 pounds. So he's like, if you open it up, you'll get more. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. So we'll see what happens. Let's see here. Turn 1, Turmoil says he got 129 miles an hour out of his Futura V3. Yeah, we got around that, didn't we, Jeff? We put the GPS in there. It wasn't that fast. I mean, 129 is fast, don't get me wrong, but we were expecting a little faster. Ken Sprouse, so just curious what type of connections is on that ESC. It's got that anti-spark. What are those things, Jeff?
They're 8mm, aren't they?
Yeah, they're the 8mm ones, but they're the anti-spark connectors, not EC5s. So
XT90s?
No, they're bigger than that. But Banana Hobby sells them. I can't remember. But anyway, I pulled the ESC out. I got a Castle 160 in there. That thing peaks at 200. It'll never happen again, right? So we'll be good. We'll be good. But these things happen, it's part of the hobby. But man, I was pretty sad that thing got tore up the way it did. So yeah, I just need a new nose cone. Repaired the wing, glued it back, and really nothing bad. Ripped out the landing gear, but that was because of the foam gave way.
I need Mike to know who wants a MiG 29.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna take mine out there, Jeff, and fly that thing. I think once you get it set up, you'll like it. That's why I like the FMS planes. They have plenty of power and great landing gear. They do. New upgrades needed. We all want power. The companies need to provide it. Absolutely. I just feel like when you spend that kind of money, man, you really need something that's ready to go. And so, I was even surprised, Jeff, at the rotation speed on that thing. It wasn't really getting it,
Yeah.
Now, the other plane seems to get off the ground pretty good.
The 339?
Yeah, the 339 doesn't have a problem rotating. He was saying, hey, widen that thing out too. Open up the holes on that one. I was like, all right. Snow River says Jeff didn't. Let's see, didn't Jeff's Customs just put a JP into something? Yeah, he put it in that in an L39. So
now, granted, their field is flatter and longer than ours.
It is. So he may be okay, but it's not. The grass is not more compact than ours is. There's a sticker, right? But I guess it's going to go dormant.
Yeah, they've got pretty good grass.
Yeah, so he might be okay. I mean, shoot, you can run that thing forever.
Hey, Med Scott, are you going to post that video of your mishap on Saturday?
What happened to Med Scott?
Man,
let's talk about it.
Look, where's Med Scott? Chime in, Med Scott.
Because look, we're all talking about, man, we had a rough week.
Yeah, well, look, he's got that what is that thing from Motion? The Black Horse P40.
Oh yeah.
And it's got sound in it. It's got 4 speakers in it, dude. It sounds awesome. And he was coming in for landing, man, and it was crucial winds that day. I mean, like 30-mile-an-hour gust. And he was coming in, and he almost went into the corn, so he pulled up. And then when he pulled up, the wind gust pushed him down, and so he went to pull back up and just lost lift, man, and it went into the corn and just ripped the motor off, slam off the front of the fuselage. Dude.
Oh man, that hurts, dude. I'm telling you,
because that was a pretty plane.
Yeah, that hurts when you do stuff like that. It's just like, come on,
But hey, I contributed to the cost of a new fuselage by buying that A10, so I feel good about that.
You took a little sting out of it. It didn't hurt as much, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Matt Scott says I can fix it. There you go.
Yeah, it's not a total loss. It just new fuselage, he'll be good to go. Repair on the leading edge of the wing, or that was on the flap. Repair on the flap, and he's good to go.
Jeff, crashing on a maiden flight, man. How do you feel about that? Like, I tell you what, nothing tears me up more than crashing on a maiden flight. And the thing is because it's like new, right? You have all these expectations, you want to fly it, and then that happens, and you're like, I didn't even get one flight out of it, right? Like, it's crazy. What do you think about that?
I think it's going to happen, man. Things happen.
Yeah, they really do.
And
speaking of things, man, this Sunday was just a day of just craziness. Like, I'll tell them, Jeff, I made in the Thunderbird this weekend, right? The F-16 Thunderbirds, and took off and realized really quickly that I didn't have enough elevator, and I was on low rates, and I normally take off on high rates. Dude,
you come this far from putting it in a tree.
I mean, dude, I took some evasive maneuvers, guys. I'm gonna pat myself on the back because I kept it cool. And let me see if I got video of that, because I do. But yeah, because
says you fly long enough, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. Yeah, and you're just gonna have some of the days, man, where you come out there and everything comes home, and you're gonna have some of them days where some of the stuff's not gonna come home, and it's tough. But I like it because it humbles you too. It's like, no matter how good you are, you're gonna crash. Like, you're gonna crash.
You're just gonna make simple, idiotic mistakes.
Like reversing ailerons. We've done that how many times together?
Or not putting the wing pins, the wing bolts in.
I mean, yeah. Just normal stuff that normal goofballs do. Goofball stuff, knuckle dragger stuff.
I'll tell you that when I did my maiden of that 100-inch extra, I was nervous.
I bet you were. Dude. Because I would be too. I want you to get that big old decathlon, Jeff.
So that's a lot of plane.
It is a lot of plane. I feel like it's going to be a lot to put together. But I want you to get it. That way I can fly it. It's not your bedtime yet.
It is my bedtime.
I know. I heard that thing go off. I was like, it's not time.
Look,
all right,
I got
guys.
It this morning at 3, and I got to be up in the morning at 3.
Well, look, we're going to take a quick look at what we just said, like almost hitting the trees, and I'm going to drop this video tonight, so I'll let you guys see some of it. Oh,
you're right.
Sorry.
Turn 1.
There you go. What'd you say?
Turn 1 says, I bet you won't forget to put the wing bolts in again. Nope, you're right.
Hey, you only do those kind of things once.
Yeah. Oh, it's a hell of a learning curve.
Man, I'm telling you. All right, here we go. So check this out, guys. This is that evasive maneuver I was telling you about. I didn't have this airplane on high rates. I normally take it on like mid to highs, and this is what happens. Okay. Check that out. Those are trees right there. You see that, Jeff?
Look at that shadow.
When y'all were talking about the shadow, I was like, oh my gosh.
And them trees like to reach out and grab you, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, they were close.
Coming around.
And I slowed it down. Look at that.
Go!
Yeah. I was probably like 5 feet away there, Jeff.
It wasn't far.
Still there?
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Coming around.
It was too close for comfort.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I almost didn't have enough.
Snow River says
we had to
unless
keep
you,
it cool
it's
though.
a Viper 90, then you
Years
reverse
coming up.
ailerons twice. You're right. I'll admit I'll man up to that. No problem.
A little bit too much.
Yeah. Yep. Crazy, guys. Crazy, man. Just like wild. But hey, me and Jeff are lucky that we don't. Jetman said that was very close. It was very close. But me and Jeff are lucky because out of all the airplanes we've flown, we haven't really crashed a lot on maiden flights, really. Knock on wood. Yeah, I'm right there with you. So but like that one right there, man, that was crazy. I just have never seen it. What's up, Tom Tabor? It's just very, very crazy.
In the house.
So, but yeah. So maybe this week, I don't know what the weekend's looking like for you, Jeff. Sunday's looking okay for me. I don't know if you got a bunch of stuff lined up, but we may have speed trials, and I'm gonna have to blow the dust off the MiG-29 and bring that out there too.
I'm pretty sure I got softball on Sunday.
All right.
pretty sure. And then Saturday is Mount Elam's fly-in swap meet.
That's right. So yeah, you're telling me about that one too, and I'm like, dude, we just got too many swap meets in like weeks of each other. It's just too much.
Yeah, you never know. This might be the last hurrah of the year, man. You can possibly either make it or break it. Got to take some stuff down and get rid of.
And look, you're right, man, because it's a swap meet, and you know how I feel about swap meets. I love them. I love a good swap meet, guys. So
Snow says, I tell you what, though, Jeff, I triple check my surfaces not every flight after your troubles.
You dang right. You dang right, Snow. That's the whole point of the channel, man. We make the mistakes. You guys see them. Y'all remember them. You don't make them. And you'll be like, I saw a guy on the internet do that. And yeah, he wasted a lot of money. So yeah, man, it is what it is. So if we can help out that way, then that's what we do. And we have a good time doing it, and you get to watch it crash. So, but I'll tell you, man, that crash into that L-39, had to look over my shoulder to make sure my wife couldn't hear me. That was $1,000 airplane, Jeff. And I was like, yeah. So that kind of bothered me. I think the more pricier they are, the more angry I get when I crash.
Oh yeah.
And that wasn't that really bad of a landing, but whatever. Crying over spoiled milk. I'm just gonna make yogurt out of it. Keep eating it. So, but yeah, Jeff, I think it's time to blow out the old MiG-29. Get those little twin 80s out and take that thing up, And if I like it enough, I may buy yours.
Well, I'm ordering a
get you some nose gear.
I'm ordering a nose gear right now.
Yep, and drop that sucker in there and call it a day.
And then that plane will be ready to go. Somebody's gonna have to. I might even just touch up, spray the bottom.
And that A10 is a good flyer too. I've been noticing with a lot of people, they're putting the 80 millimeter 12 blade fans in it. It comes with the non-blade fans from Motion, and it sounds a lot better too. But I bet with those X-Flies, it'd be pretty cool. But
I was going to put the stock system out of the E-Flight F-18 in it, man.
I think that might be a better setup because how those X-Flies, man, they love to suck them milliamps out of that. Yeah. And with that A10, that thing will cruise around at like 40-50% throttle, under 50%. It's a really nice plane. Let's see, is that video game gonna be child rated? I don't know.
What video?
Let's see.
Everything we do is we if we cuss, we bleep it out for the most part.
Oh, I think he's being funny. Yeah. Remember we had that person in here last week? I was like, I don't know who that person is. I've never heard of that person before in my life.
Mike Nett said he flew the air tractor with no wing screws. OL, no issues at all.
Yeah.
They disassembly go faster.
It's very true. Crash Test Dummy says, how about the FMS 80s for the A10? That A10 on the FMS, that's the X-Flies, right? Well, no, that's not the X-Flies. They would be fine. I think they're 2100 kV. That would definitely help.
Well, all right. So, for instance, okay, I had the free wing F-15 that I got from Ken Sprouse. Took the stock system out and ended up swapping it out with a Viper 90 motor fan unit. And man, I'm telling you, the flying time was what, Bobby? 2.5 minutes.
Oh gosh, yeah. If you're getting 2.5 minutes,
it was awful.
Yeah,
and I think having faster motors isn't always better. You actually need more thrust to get them heavier birds off the ground.
That is what I learned with these big old 16-pound EDF jets. It's not like these little 70s and 80s, man. I'm learning a lot, and it's expensive in this learning. But dang it, I tell you, the JP fan is good for top end speed. I believe it doesn't have the thrust. So those big birds, like you just said, Jeff, they need the thrust, man. And so I'm putting the stock fan back in there, and I'm looking at a HET fan. What is it, like a 80-20 or 70-50, something like that. And do a couple of mods and see if we can't get a little bit more performance. Richie 911 says, back in the old days, you'd spend 6 months building a plane and you crash. It really hurts. I know. Heck, I didn't even like doing ARFs like that. That burns.
That's why you buy them pre-assembled, sir, and you don't have to worry about bombing it on the first one.
I'm telling you, I don't want to get emotionally connected to these builds, man, because it hurts. You're only human. Jeff, if you stuck any one of your big sky wings in, you would be like,
Oh, I've done it.
WTH.
Couple weeks ago. Remember?
Yeah. And dude, it bothers you like
Oh,
it
it
bothers
sucks.
you. Yeah, it bothers
sucks
you.
for sure.
And the worst thing is when you crash them, it's like it's bad that you crashed it. It's even worse when the motor is just kaput, like it's no good. Then you're like, I can't even take the motor off and save some money and stick it on something else, another airframe.
Or when you got the guys in the background heckling,
Oh yeah.
And you just like, you know what, man?
Yeah. It takes a lot for you just to be like,
just want to hum my radio at them sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. The radio wasn't so expensive, I probably would have done that a long time ago.
Speaking of radios, what do you think about the IX-14, Jeff?
I think it looks fantastic, sounds fantastic.
That price,
but it needs, the price isn't horrible. $800 or $900, it's not bad. I mean, we got
channels. It gets you up in the big leagues, yeah.
5 and some change in the NX10, so
yeah,
that's true. Android, it's supposed to be a faster Android operating system. But here's the thing: I want somebody to test it for a year or so before I even touch one, because I don't want it to be.
Yeah. Somebody told me they put new chips in it. Actually, it was David at the hobby shop told me that.
Okay. Look, they got 90 millimeter nacelles for the A10. That would be wicked.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I was like, dang. Whew. I don't know. That thing doesn't even need a 90. It just, you know what I mean? The 80s is so perfect. It's a good match.
That's a lot. I wish old Med Scott wouldn't have pulled the power system out of it, or I wouldn't have to be like trying to piece some stuff together.
Yeah, Med Scott, why'd you pull that power system out of that thing?
Jeez, man.
Yeah. Think about us guys that want to be lazy and don't do, want to drop stuff in there. We want turnkey stuff. Oh man, it's been great. The journey's cool, man. I still, Jeff, enjoy that X-Fly Alpha Jet. I wanted to bring it out there last Sunday, and that's a great flying plane. I want them to make a bigger one, like a 105 size.
Yeah.
I want a bigger plane. Let's see here. Ken Sprouse says, I'm looking for a big thrust fan and motor for a BVM F-16. Man, I've been looking at them F-16s. I love the way the F-16s fly. Like the E-Flight F-16, the Freewing F-16. Man, those F-16s just fly so good. But my landing wasn't that great, though, Jeff. I struggle with the landing on the F-16. I don't know why. I think because it just hangs in the air. I don't know.
Yeah.
They insist on OS. Let's see, OS on the IX-14 has been in use for a year and rock solid. Yeah, somebody told me that at the hobby shop. They said it was pretty good to go.
I got the first gen NX10 when they first come out. Pre-ordered one, got one in, and it was great. I haven't had any issues except for I had a spider. Remember the spider, Bobby?
I remember
in my radio.
Yes,
like a little spider kept crawling up to the screen. I was like, "Where'd he come from?"
Yeah, how did he even? Oh, Jeff, good news. So, guys, Raleigh Hobby Shop, you see them pulling right there. Good news with them is they are now, not only are they an FMS carrier, right, Jeff? So, no more having to go through Horizon. They go direct, right? They're also a Futaba carrier too. So, they're now affiliated with them. So now they get Futaba stuff through them, and you know how I feel about Futaba radios. But look, I've already made this jump into Spectrum, the NX series, and I'm vested.
You're
buddy.
vested, dude. Yeah,
I'm in there.
You can't just up and leave.
Nope. I've already sold most of the receivers that I have for that, and I already converted most of my fleet into that. And I love the NX radios. So let's see here. Turn says 90s are horrible in the A10. Better off with the MiG-29s. EDFs. Ask me how I know. Yeah, and I saw somebody do that on the internet, man, and that thing was scooting right along. That MiG-29 80 millimeters are beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see. I'll let you take that real quick, Jeff. I'll be right back.
What you got, sir? Boom, I'm cruising motion. Josh Bond says Horizon just released a recall on 1.9 version software for some of the receivers. Check the receivers for software versions. How in the world do you do that, Josh? I don't know how to do that. Spectrum firmware updated 3.07. Don't do it. It has all kinds of bugs in it, and I have to send mine back to Horizon for the reverted 3.06. You, Richie, you should be able to reboot your. So what you do is you download 3.06 on a SD card, and that's the only thing that can be on the SD card, and then boot the controller with the SD card in, and it should automatically start uploading or downloading from the SD card, and it to revert it back to 3.06 versus 3.07. That's what I had to do like 3 iterations ago. Josh says, I don't know. I don't fly Spectrum. Yeah, you're a Futaba guru. I've seen all your shirts, cuz. I've seen all your. Josh, look, guys. Josh comes to the field. He's got his bright orange Futaba shirt on, bright orange with white Futaba written down it. Yeah, he wants you to know who he is. We need that, Bobby. You need to look.
Boom. All right. Yeah, you said Josh Blunt. Is Josh Blunt? He's a Futaba guy.
Futaba dude, yeah.
Man, look, to this very day, I've got what 4 of those. Was it
7 channels?
7 channels. I got like 4 of them, and I will keep them because, dude, they're bulletproof, dude. You can't kill them.
You got the antennas that are like all taped up and
dude, my antennas are beat up, dude. And
one of them's just wire hanging.
They still fly good. Let's see here.
We need.
Oh wow, dude, that's a good deal, Jeff.
Yeah, we need one of those.
Banana Hobbies 4-channel X-Fly Model A10 Warthog, the Twin 50s, is on sale right now for $189. Dude, that's a great price. I mean, how does that compare to the E-Flight?
I don't know. It's 50 millimeter, 64 millimeter.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's probably comparable, though. Man, we're rolling with 38 people. Hey, guys, don't forget us a thumbs up on the channel, man. We certainly appreciate that. You ever notice with Jeff, we always forget to give thumbs up. I mean, I don't even care if you do. I mean, we're not trying to tell you guys what to do. You're grown folks. You fly airplanes for crying out loud. I need to know how fast the Mirage 2000 Tiger 80 millimeter goes. We did a video on that, didn't we, Jeff? And we speed trialed that thing, didn't we?
I don't remember anything with the Mirage, dude, unfortunately.
I know Zach Marshall that sometimes pops in the channel. He got 143 out of that thing.
Good
on the
gracious.
Mirage. 143 miles an hour in a dive. He showed me, he actually screenshot it, took a picture of the GPS model. So Seth, yeah, you get 143 out of that thing. You know?
I hit 156 on the Viper 90.
You did, dude. You did. Let's see. Snow River says, haven't had any trouble with the NX update. I haven't made any updates to my NX radio. Probably need to. Love it, man. Let's see here. Jeff.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about the new E-Flight F-16 80mm Thunderbird scheme? What do you think about it, man? Looks good?
It looks great. Just not for me.
Yeah, I mean, you know, me and Jeff both have the F-16, the original version, and we're just kind of like, it's cool. Actually, I also realize how well that airplane flies. It's just a good flying plane. It's fast. It cruises. It's really fast. I was super impressed. Let's see here. Looking, what did I do here? But has anybody in here ever actually lost a plane? Like you had like a legit flyaway? Like, what do you do? And if it crashed, I mean, have you ever hit anything? Did somebody come back to your house? And I mean, like, you know, you put your AMA information in there like you're supposed to, like a good AMA member. You put your stuff in there. And have you ever had anybody call you back? I've never had a flyaway, Jeff, ever.
Really?
Yeah. And the way I fly, the way I have mine set up is that I always have to apply like some level of like up elevator. So that way, if I ever do, if it goes like 500 yards, it's going to crash down. Like, you know what I mean? It's like going down. It's never going up. Like I never have it trimmed for level flight. I always have to have like some type of pressure on the up elevator just for that reason. But have any of you guys ever done that? I'm gonna jump into the comments and see. Let's see here. Yeah, Seth, that airplane's fast. And if I could look, Jeff's over here shopping, and I'm like,
I'm looking up. What's his name? What's that guy's name? Richie Rich said, but if you log into your account, there's no downloads there to revert to. We're talking about upgrading the software on the next 10. So that's what I'm doing. I'm logged into my Spectrum account, but I still don't see.
yeah,
it's
man,
telling me that I don't own that radio, and that's garbage because I do own that radio.
Yeah, let me know. Let me see if I can find that video on that Mirage. Let's see if we speed tested that thing, because I think we did. And it's funny too, because I'll go back in some of the older videos, like when we first started this thing, and you can kind of see it's neat seeing the evolution of the video quality from get better to where it's at now, where it's best. All right, so I'm in the videos. Let's see if I can see the Mirage. Jeff, we have done like over 350 some videos. Good
That's
grief.
crazy. Yeah, my radio's in the trailer too. I'm not going out there.
I don't blame you.
It's raining.
Yep, it is raining.
Richie, I'll check into that day.
Man, Jeff, I'm just rolling through. I'm looking at some of these. Man, a year ago we flew the Lisp, the UMX A10. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's when I crashed I crashed that thing.
Do you remember crashing? Do you remember crashing the Eurofighter?
I do remember.
I was supposed to buy that plane from you, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm going to fly it one more time."
Yep.
And that elevator locked into.
Yeah, man. I'm glad it happened to me versus you, because you would have been like, "Man, that's messed up." I would have been like, "That is messed up." Let's see here.
Now I'm
oh yeah.
And when I do my second flight on this,
that was a year ago. I was hat camming that thing up.
Add in a little smooth.
Yeah, that wasn't a speed trial.
Take a look.
You remember when TJ's landing gear popped out on his? Mine did the same thing.
Nice. I'll take that. I'll take.
Interesting.
And here it was. I just thought TJ was, a little heavy on the bouncing.
We came in hot. He came in hot. You were
he
right.
He always comes in hot.
He does. He does. I don't see that video. I don't know if I speed trialed that thing, Jeff.
Hey,
I might have to get another one just to speed trial it.
Lyndon Stewart says, RCplaner, I've never had a plane fly away. I had a drone fly away. My Chroma camera drone from Horizon Hobby flew away. I did have a Blade 350QX fly away.
The thing trying to go back to China.
Yep, it was a big I guess I didn't take it off in with the GPS, and once the GPS locked, it just kept flying, man. I couldn't do anything with it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Turn One says Bobby would have been counting money and laughing as he walked away.
I sure would. Turn One, I would have been like, man, y'all born every day.
Don't let him be. Don't let his soft lie to y'all.
Hey, I would have felt bad. I would have been like, dang, Jeff.
What y'all don't understand is Bobby and I have a Lend-Lease program going on here.
We do. So we do. We really do.
Sell it to Bobby. He don't like it, he'll sell it back to me. Or if I don't want it, then he can sell it to somebody else.
It's true. It's true. We make these plans, and nobody can come between that, like without the approval.
TJ found that out the hard way.
Hey, he found out that we're tight with that stuff. When we say we do as we say, if I'm like, Jeff, if I'm gonna sell it, it's gonna be to you. He tried to buy it in between. I was like, I was like, you better go talk to Jeff. And Jeff gave him permission to buy it. It's what good friends do. Let's see here. Let's see. I had a friend's glider Explorer fly away and never found it. He forgot to charge it. I've seen that. Yeah. Matter of fact, Jeff, our groundskeeper for the club.
Oh, Jerry, his glider flew away not too long ago.
Dude, that's like his second one he's had flying away.
He said it was like half a mile up in the air, and he said it just kept circling. And then as it was coming down, the circle got bigger and bigger, and it's somewhere in the woods.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I would have been counting my money, though. Let's see. Those drones do.
Speaking of counting money, need that extra 260 with that DLE 55. I'm clearing everything out of storage because we just closed on the house today. Oh, everybody knows that now.
Hey, I told you we'll work that one out.
Yeah, it needs to go away from there.
By the way, Jeff, I was going through my garage and pulling out stuff that I had. I forgot all about that Consendo.
Hey, bro, after seeing your garage the other day, I don't know how you know where anything's at in that garage.
Telling you, dude. I mean,
like it's like plain warfare in there, dude.
Yeah, I went in there. I haven't put it back since they repaired that wall from the mold in there. So I need to pull my car out and set up my stuff again. So
thanks, man, Scott.
But I'm cooking off a bunch of stuff. But Jeff, we've been rolling for over an hour, man.
Yeah, it's time to bounce out.
I think it's time for us to shut this thing down, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight. We had a good time just hanging out with you guys, relaxing. Me and Jeff just want to have a nice low-key show and talk about some of our trials and tribulations that we've been having. Mostly me tearing up my stuff, But it's nice for us to have these issues all together. Let's see, Jeff is falling asleep. Hopefully the red light is on at the Krispy Kreme.
Right, yeah. Scott, I've been up, man, since 3 o'clock this morning.
And yeah, y'all don't know how many miles that man right there is logging. Jeff, to be honest with you, I didn't even think you were gonna make it on tonight.
Well, we were at the house taking everything off because we're having it painted tomorrow.
I thought you were busy. I wasn't even going to bother you. I was like, man, that man's probably either on the road.
Went over there, took all the nails out of the wall, all the screws out of the wall, all the face plates off the wall, so the guy could come in and paint the whole house.
Yeah, that's not fun stuff. So busy season, man. Yeah, busy season. But guys, we certainly appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the way out the door. Me and Jeff are signing off. What you think?
We'll see you guys next week. Appreciate it.
All right, y'all.